Hello everyone, we are here in Cannes at the Festival of Cannes, just near the palace, and I have the honor to receive SANTOSH SIVAN. So he's a very famous Indian director of photography, but also a director.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today, SANTOSH.
Yeah.
I was at the masterclass this morning, and it was amazing. And we're going to talk a little bit about this masterclass because you talked about trust, to earn trust of the team, of the actors, etc. And that was really inspiring for someone like me. I have a few questions, as I told you before. I have a few questions for you. First of all, what is your feeling here today at Cannes, receiving the Ingenieur tribute? How do you feel?
Oh, it's an amazing experience, actually. In fact, you know, one of the first recognition I got internationally was being invited to be a member of the American Society of Cinematography.
Oh, of course, yeah. You are the only one
I'm
from
the only
India.
one from Asia Pacific.
Wow, what an honor.
So it was very good. Engineer Award was not expected, okay? I didn't expect to win an award. But when it was given to me, I really felt very good because I had a lot of experience with engineer lenses.
Okay.
Because the first film I shot, I had used engineer zoom, and I've been using French glass ever since.
Okay.
Almost 32 years. So I really emotionally felt very happy when I got this award, actually.
Oh, did you shoot a film entirely with engineer lenses?
I did one film like that, not with prime
Which
lens.
one?
That was a film. In the early days, I had to do a very independent kind of film where they could only afford the zoom.
Oh, yeah.
And so I shot the whole film with zoom. And I also used the zoom because we didn't have too much of tracking device and all that.
Okay.
So I used the whole film to shoot. Now we do that for documentaries most.
Of course, of course. So you also use prime lenses right now?
We use only prime lenses. Only maybe when you do extreme tele, we will do, or when you do a movement and you want to conceal two movements, zoom as well as track we use. We don't use zoom just for the sake of zoom.
What is the best camera you like to shoot with and why?
Actually, normally before we do a film, we test all the cameras.
Yeah.
And lenses. And then we put it together and show the director, which he likes. We don't put the names of it. But I have shot films with almost all kinds of cameras. Alexa 35.
Okay.
The Raptors.
The V-Raptor.
Then even the Canon 500.
Yeah.
I shot the trailer you saw on television on the masterclass. That's a 500.
So how long have you been supported by Canon as a Canon ambassador?
Not very long, 1 year or something. Not long. I didn't want to be too much associated with any particular company.
With a particular
I
camera.
like freedom to use whatever I like.
How would you define, with one word or several words, your style as a director of photography?
I think what I do is I try to think of when I do a film, a shot like music. Okay? Yeah. So I will want the music to have a melody. Yeah. That is done through light and shade.
Light and shade.
And for the rhythm, I have composition and camera movement to add the rhythm. So if they blend together and match together, then I think it will resonate with people. People will identify with it. That's how I think about it.
That's very interesting. And as a director, how do you approach a musical, for example? Because I would love to do a musical. You saw the teaser of Rose from China, my short film. I would like to make it a musical. And how is your approach as a director to make it a musical? Are you first thinking about the musics, or about the actors, or about the script? How do you approach a musical?
See, in India, most of our art forms are dominated by music and colors and so celebration.
Of course, I know.
Film is only an extension. So our films also have music and that kind of colors because it's a sensibility that we have imbibed since ages, okay? So normally what happens, the rhythm comes first, so we need the music.
That's beautiful.
And then we will think of how to place it so that the music piece is embedded in you. So it is not about shooting too many places, but I should identify the music with one particular feel or a place, so that it does not take you away from that. So we do like that.
Well, that's very interesting, especially for someone like me, young filmmakers like us, young directors or DPs who are watching us. Would you have, as a director of photography, would you have one advice for young DPs, how to improve themselves, how to find your own style, and how to approach a first film?
Yeah, I think the most important thing in this business actually is to find motivation. You know?
Motivation.
You should be motivated.
Yeah.
So how do you motivate yourself? So I can only tell you how I motivate myself. What I do is that most of the time, before I start a film, I will decide that I will dedicate this work of mine to someone I love very much, my father, mother, whatever.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
Then what happens? You find an inner strength. You would never feel tired because you're doing something for someone you love very much. Then you want it to be all very pure. You don't want to borrow something and give it to them. Yeah. You don't steal flowers and offer it to God. So like that, you would like something to be from within, and very much you want to offer it in a nice way. So you do that. So once you get all that disciplines together, then you find that you find the inner strength, and there's a beauty in doing something because you're doing it for someone you like. It is same as, you know, if you're standing in front of a car and the car is coming at you, you'll jump away. But if you're standing in the middle of the road and your small kid is on the road, then you'll jump in to save it.
That's true.
So it is
That's
that
true.
kind of...
That's innocence and spontaneous...
It is that kind of a care that you will... That care should come into your work.
Yeah. To conclude this short interview, if you had any advice for young directors and young directors of photography to tell us, what would it be? Any advice to get better?
First, you should really fall in love with the subject that you want to make the film on. Don't get stuck on the routine and do things because people have said that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
So don't do a formula. Do your own thing, take advantage of nature, always be a student.
Always be a student.
But have the guts to break the format.
The rules.
Learn the rules and then break it. And then you should realize no guts, no glory.
Yeah, kind of true. Thank you so much, Santosh. Thank you very much. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.